Gionee has established Elife as its flagship series. This year, Gionee decided to go big with the new E8, and quite literally at that. The E8 is a big phone thanks to a new 6.0-inch QHD, but it also packs in quite a lot of features, including a 24-megapixel rear camera, a fingerprint sensor, and an octa-core MediaTek Helio X10 processor. All packed in a new metal body. Yesterday, the company launched the device in India. We managed to get a quick hands at the launch event in New Delhi. Gionee is launching the phone in India at a rather steep price, where it will be facing tough competition from the likes of the OnePlus 2 and the new Moto X style, both of which are cheaper. With that out of the way, the E8 is actually quite well built, as most Gionee phones are. The phone is not entirely made out of metal, and the removable back panel, which provides access to the SIM and memory card slots, is plastic, but the phone still has a premium feel to it and is unmistakably high-end. The design is not quite as attractive as the S-series phones, such as the S7, and the phone looks quite plain, especially from the back. All the buttons on the phone are on the right side and within easy access. There is also a camera shutter button, which is a rare sight these days. It has two-step operation to allow you to focus before shooting, and pressing and holding it starts the camera. On the front you will find the massive 6.0-inch display. The display is surrounded by the bezel and a thin metal frame. Below the display are the three capacitive buttons for back, home and multitasking. Unlike the S7, the E8 has physical buttons below the display. We couldn't find any option to switch to on-screen buttons on this device. Worst of all, the buttons aren't backlit, and can be hard to find even when you're in a lit environment. The E8 has a 6.0-inch QHD AMOLED display. The display looks wonderful, with bright, vibrant colors that aren't too saturated unlike most AMOLED screens. Viewing angles were also good, although we couldn't test sunlight legibility. The display comes with an option to adjust the color temperature to your liking, letting you opt for a cooler or warmer color tones, but other than that there weren't any other calibration options. The default option, though, looks fine. The E8 runs on the MediaTek Helio X10 chipset. We have seen this processor on a handful of devices before, including the HTC One M9 Plus. It's a powerful chipset, and because of that the phone absolutely flies through the menus, with great scrolling speed and quick app launches. The GPU on this chipset isn't particularly great, so we expect the gaming performance with heavy 3D games likely won't blow your mind with that high-resolution QHD display, as we noted on the M9 Plus with similar specs, but other than that the phone won't leave you wanting for performance. The E8 has a 24-megapixel rear sensor with optical image stabilization and face detection autofocus. We don't have any sample images as the device we used weren't final hardware, but from what we saw the image quality, even in dimly lit environments, was very good. The camera software is also impressive, and has several modes, including one that takes multiple shots to combine them into one big 50-megapixel image, and all of that worked well. The phone even has a tricked-out front-facing camera, with 8-megapixel resolution and autofocus, so even your selfies come out looking above average.